Max, morning, everyone. And just want to make sure we're connected here. Just one moment. Just want to share this within our different groups. Here we go. And page. And we are on. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Make sure the volume is down so I don't hear double voice. Hey, folks. How are you? This is day 53 of our 90-day run recap. Wow, what a journey. I really, really hope that you're taking advantage of this because for some of you that are actually taking active role, an active role in these activities and the information that is shared with you, I don't know if you realize the value of information that you are getting. So today, what we want to talk about is lesson learned. Eric yesterday did an interview with one of the attendants of the Accelerator 2022. And while she was sharing some of her struggles and some of the things that she overcame, what's really interesting is she also was sharing a lot of great points, which I agree 100% with. As a matter of fact, you're going to find that some of the things I'm going to talk about are very much in line with some of the presentations and the content that you saw in the presentations as we were coming to a close. And you'll see that as you are sharing as I'm sharing the information. So again, my name is Christian Gingras. I'm a Crown Diamond with Max International, and it's a real honor. And I put my jacket, I dressed myself all nice for you to be able to give you a nice professional message. And I really hope that you're going to share this within your organization, within your team, because it could really, really help you. Number one, let me share my screen here so you can see what I'm seeing. And I know that this was actually shared within the group. So I know that you've seen that. And hold on here. Let me just put this down. Okay. So one thing that's very important as you are building this business, of course, I'm getting notification every second. Let me turn this off for one moment. And okay. Sometimes we just have to wait for the computer to respond. And do not disturb. Beautiful. Okay. So from there is, what do I mean by number one, by maintaining contact is what's going on often is when you meet someone and sometimes people don't say yes right away. I'm sure you'll agree with me on that. And as they are living their lives, sometimes things changes, the environment changes, and the state that they were when you first approached them about the opportunity or the business or the product has changed. So circumstances have changed. And the message here is you must maintain contact with the people that you have connected with in reference to your opportunity with Max International or in reference to trying the product. Because if you stay in touch with them, often information will be revealed. You're going to recognize that the circumstances have changed and now they might be more open. Let's use an example of what happened in 2020. I know it's kind of repeated over and over and over, but it's a reality, right? Up to December 2019, the state of most people were quite different from what it is now in 2022. A lot of things has happened in the past 2 years. And if you keep tab on following up, and that's why we have this training segment called Follow Up, third-party credibility, following up, because 90% of your business will often occur within the follow-up process. And that's the difference between a lot of the top income earners and the rest of the world. Is the top income earners tend to stay in touch and build relationship with the people along the way as they are sharing. So I'm not going to go too far here because obviously there's other points I want to bring up here. But this is something that if you only take that one advice, is keeping in touch and maintaining a relationship with the people within your social environment, within the people that you've approached at Max, even 4 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. I'm telling you, you might be surprised on the outcome. Give you an example. LinkedIn, it's a platform that I didn't really use much in the past until recently. And what's been going on is I have over, I don't know, 2,200 contacts, I think, that's been, and I never even paid attention because it's just not a platform I was using. And I decided to connect with every single one of them just with a generic message to let them know that I'm here and I'd love to connect. We've been connected for quite a while. In some cases, it's been actually since 2009, and we never had a conversation. And through this process, we sponsored 2 people into the business. One is happened to be in Canada, and the other one is in Malaysia. Isn't that interesting? So the point is, it's really important on staying in touch and keeping in touch with people. The other one is very, very important is you can see that whoever has the most conviction will prevail. What do I mean by that? You see, and you probably will recognize this. And again, give me the thumbs up if you feel that I'm covering something that might be helping you. Let us know we're doing well. Let us know how we're doing. So it's really important for us to be able to assess through your eyes how we're doing. We know we're doing well based on our results, but are we reaching out? Are we helping you? So let us know. I really would appreciate it. If you happen to be on Facebook Live, which most of you are actually, it's not a Zoom session. Sometimes I forget where I am. So, and let us know. So let's go back. So whoever has the most conviction will prevail. People with the strongest belief on the value of our products, the strongest belief on our opportunity will always be the one that will prevail compared to the other person that may have doubts. Talking the same way with the same information, with the same education, but different posture of belief. So this is something very important. So if your belief is weak on the opportunity, especially when it comes to network marketing, or when it comes to our company, or when it comes to our products, it will impact the results. I'm telling you, 10 people with the exact same education, with different levels of belief, will all have different results. And one of the very important here is work on your core belief. And if you have challenges with that, I suggest that you interact within your upline leadership all the way to someone that has a strong belief. Because folks, I know that what we have can make a difference in people's lives. I know we can change the world. I know what we have to offer is very significant. Despite the inflation, despite the challenges, my belief is very strong. I also tend to be an optimist person. I always look on the positive aspect of things. And this has served me well. And because I have a strong belief in a positive aspect of things, I tend to reflect that on the people I speak to, even prospects. So this is what I mean by whoever has the most conviction will prevail. So that's number 2. Number 3 is make the decision to strive for your life. What do I mean by that? Make the decision to make a stand, to support your family, to support your needs, to support your goals, to support your dreams. Very important. Make the decision. I'll come back a little later on that because I have a bit more details on this. But you need to make the decisions, because the moment you decide, the moment you make the decision that you are going to succeed, that you're going to thrive no matter what, something happens in your mind, which will affect your mindset, which will affect your outcome, which will affect your results. That is a guarantee. So again, maybe what I'm sharing right now may not resonate at this moment, but come back to this video and listen to it again. Pass it on to your downline. Ask for feedback from anybody within your organization on what do you think of what this guy's saying. And I assure you it will serve you well. Okay, the next one is number 4. This is a big one. One of the most valuable gifts you can give someone is your faith in them. This is huge. I remember when I started my business in network marketing way back, and I had some mentors that were helping me overcome my challenges, my limiting beliefs, and all of that. And that person says, "Chris, do you have any idea how powerful you are?" I had no clue. I didn't even know. In fact, I was doubtful. But when he told me that, I borrowed his belief in me, which impacted my belief in myself. This could be one of the greatest gifts to give someone, is to have faith in them. That's number 4. Massive, huge, when you believe in someone. Number 5. And if you recall in the presentation, we have Sir Richard Branson, and he used to say, as we come to a close of presentation, and we tell the prospects, the guests, the people listening in, say yes, then learn how to do it later. Do you remember that? Some of you might remember this. And that was there exactly for this reason, is often people tend to put the brakes on an opportunity just because they don't know how. But what they don't know is on the other side of the fence, there are mentoring, there are support, there is trainings, there are so many different segments of information available. But they don't know because right now they're just evaluating this opportunity and they have no idea, they have no clue if it's something of interest to them. So the fact here is, if you have this posture of belief and the prospect and the people or the field leaders in your organization can turn around and say, you know what, I'm going for it. And then you will be able to earn while you learn. You remember that line? That was there for that reason. Because often people will walk away from an opportunity. Okay, that could be the most important opportunity in their lives, just in fear of not knowing. And that is a majority of people that will make decisions based on emotion. This is something that is critical for people to understand. See, network marketing, most people don't have experience. They really don't. Most people are consumers. They don't think like entrepreneurs. But we have segments and trainings and mentoring that will help people to understand the process and to change the mindset from a consumer to an entrepreneur. And that's what I love about network marketing. Because if it wouldn't be for that industry, if I didn't say yes, even though I had no idea, I had no money, do you realize I don't know how my life would be today? I just love my life. My wife and I love our lives and what we represent. Every day we go to bed and I feel proud that we've made one more change. We impacted one more person. It's very satisfactory. So when someone says, I don't believe in network marketing, for me, it's an education process. It's an opportunity to educate that person. And I don't fear the lack of belief they have because my belief is strong. I know if that makes sense to you. I hope that it does. Okay, number 6. It is critical to invest into yourself in order to grow. So remember how the caterpillar had to fight to become this lovely butterfly. Would you agree right now that we're living in different difficult times? What's happening in Europe? What's happening around the world with the pandemic? What's happening with inflation? The stock market is just like a Christmas, like a beating heart that just goes up and down. It's just going absolutely ballistic. But understand that the sun always rises all the time. So the fact is, invest into yourselves. Spend a bit of money to grow and to evolve. And I'm saying this because it doesn't have to be expensive. It could be a book. And there's so many free books that are now available through videos, through YouTube. And why it's free? Because YouTube are looking for viewers. When they get viewers, they get paid by YouTube. You understand? The world is changing. Information is available. And because of the way it's available, it's compensating the other people that might have worked hard to produce this product through the different avenue of how these social medias are working. Things are changing. The world is changing. So it is important that you invest into yourself, whatever that is. This is the reason why Tammy and I take a significant, I wouldn't say significant, we take a portion of our income every single year, and we invest it into ourselves so we can sharpen the saw, so we can improve upon our skills to be able to reflect that with our organization and the people that we have the opportunity to work with. So this is number 6. Number 7, now this is a big one, and I touched on that a little bit, is your mindset. Train yourself to see the hardship as a source of learning rather than a source of difficulty. Understand the caterpillar example earlier. Difficulties are an opportunity for you to evolve and to learn and to break free from maybe limiting belief, maybe to evolve from where you were. If I look at the way I was 10 years ago to the way I am today, it is night and day, folks. It is completely different. I've evolved. In fact, people tell me, but at the same time, there's a side of me that I've never changed. And that is my belief. This is my my commitment, integrity. These are things that I live by, and I will fight to the death to protect the integrity. Because integrity is all we have when we leave this wonderful world that we can pass on through the people that we impacted in our lives and our children. So it is critical that you train yourself to understand that hardship, it's an opportunity for you to evolve. Surround yourself with positive people and repeat what they say and in your thoughts until it becomes part of your belief. Because let's face it, we are human beings. And even though we know what we should be focusing on, what we should think about, sometimes the emotion on the negative side is overwhelming. And we tend to gravitate towards that. And think about it. I mean, this is how we've been raised. You watch the school system, you watch the TV. Wherever you are, it's full of negativity, right? So people tend to gravitate towards that because it's almost a default. So the fact is, surround yourself by positive positive-minded people. This is why this Crown Diamond Global Impact, and I mentioned often, has been created, is so we have one area that you can feel safe and you can learn from. This is what it's all about. That's why it's important that you don't come alone, but you show up with your team. And if your team participate, they will evolve, they will learn. And as this happens, your income will evolve through your volume increasing. You understand how important these points are? Allow yourself to think bigger, be stronger, and more quickly. Give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to thrive for success. Because the moment you do that, you become unstoppable. You really are. A person with a direction and a strong belief cannot be stopped, regardless of what happened. And this is what Tammy and I had to develop, despite all the challenges that we're facing on a daily basis. But we are becoming stronger. We are redefining ourselves. I keep coming back to that, but it's a reality. Back in 2019, every 2 months we were on a plane flying somewhere to either mentor or support and connect. And suddenly, boom, everything changed in 2020, and we had to completely transform ourselves. We didn't sit back and wait for things to change, because if we do that, we become a casualty. You understand? So we had to adjust and to evolve. And this is why I meant invest into yourself so you can evolve. Nothing ever stays the same. Everything has an expiry date. Everything. Everything decays over time. Nothing ever stays the same. You've built an organization, you've built a mammoth organization, wonderful. But you have to stay with the times. You have to prepare yourself. What's going to happen 5 years from now? And we'll look around, pay attention, plug in with people that are like-minded, that are also in the same boat as you are, and that are seeing what's going to happen 5 years from now. Instead of always being a recipient of the situation that occurs around the world, be ahead of it. So this is what I'm saying by surrounding yourself with positive mindset, people that are positive, that are thinking ahead, that are seeing the big picture. Because I'm telling you, folks, regardless of what happens in the world, some people will win, some people will lose. Which side do you want to be? And the best way to prepare is to stay educated and have the right mindset. Very important. Now, there's a few other points I want to bring out here is when you're feeling down, and let's face it, we're human beings, and sometimes we'll have some difficult times and things are difficult. I get it. I'm not blind to that. Okay? Don't dwell in the current situation. Find ways to bridge that gap that you need to close in to be able to overcome that situation that's presented, right? One of the things that I do, and I wrote this here, and to my notes here, is often instead of focusing on what's not working, what I choose to focus on is the next step, the next closest step that I'm working on. Every day, Tammy and I are evolving. Very soon, you're going to be seeing a campaign on our website. And there's a lot of things that we're working on with a wonderful partner of ours. And what happens here is eventually it's going to be out there. But what's going on is sometimes we come across some challenges that are difficult. And instead of focusing on the challenge that are difficult, I'm focusing, okay, what is my next step? What can I do right now to move forward? And focus your energy on that next step instead of dwelling on the problem that is right now. This is how I'm able to overcome difficult challenges on a daily basis. And it's amazing when you do that, because often a problem that we think or see as being a big deal, it might be a big deal, but it becomes not such a big deal over time because things happen, situation changes, opportunity presents itself that we never even thought about. But the fact that we're continuing focusing on the little steps instead of focusing on the problem that is, it's amazing how you are still moving forward despite the situation. And eventually you'll get to the finishing line. And again, it could be amazing. So the point here is often you hear me stay the course, stay the course. This is exactly what I mean. Focus on the next step and stay the course. Don't get deviated by the negativity and the negative relative and the people that don't believe what you're doing, because I assure you that when you succeed and you make money, they will be all over you, congratulating you, and everybody wants to become your friend. You understand what I'm saying? So the point that's important to keep in mind here is there will always be challenges. See the challenges as an opportunity to learn and focus on the next step that you are in a position to do, regardless of the situation. And you'll realize you're still moving forward. Now, as we're coming to a close here, one thing that's very important, and I know that I've done that too, and I still do that sometimes, is isolating yourself. That is not a good idea. Sometimes you need some me time. There's no question here. I'm not saying anything negative towards that, because you need some me time, right? You need some to reflect and think. But what I'm saying is when you are in a position when you feel depressed or you feel beaten, my advice here is surround yourself, as I said it earlier, with a positive team, with a positive group. Maybe it's not your upline. Maybe it's above your upline. Maybe you can get it over here when you show up to these mentoring sessions. And don't, because very often what you will find is people tend to perform better around people that are actually active in doing things. And very often, the people in your team want you to succeed. And I say very often because I know sometimes the situation in life, and I don't want to be, I want to be generic, but generally what's happening is people want you to succeed. And we're an industry that if the people in your business do well, you do well. So it's kind of a win-win environment. It's really interesting, but it forces the right behavior. This is one of the things I love about network marketing. It's a great community, right? So the people around you that wants to see you succeed will be there to encourage you. And sometimes it also might be important to create an accountability system. When you start falling off the track and you're getting into this depressing mode where you sit back and you watch TV the whole time because you're just depressed and you need you know what I mean? Instead, and I'm not saying that's wrong. Sometimes you need that me time. But one thing is connect with someone and maybe have someone to kick your butt. Give him permission to kick your butt. To let you know, hey, John, maybe it could be your wife, maybe it's your husband, maybe it could be a friend, maybe it could be your upline, maybe even someone in your organization. But generally, we tend to go up when we're looking for support and not down because the people in your downline and look at you for support. So keep that in mind as I'm saying this. but find an accountability. Maybe in this group, maybe in this video, share some things that are going on. And if I see that you're posting something, I guarantee you I will respond because I look for that. And by the way, when I click like, that means I've seen your message. Sometimes I will add a bit more because some of you will actually expand instead of clicking like. You will expand with a comment. And if you expand with a comment, I will comment back. Okay. So but the fact here is that could be a form for you of accountability. So surround yourself with people that want you to succeed. I'm telling you, it is good for the soul. It is good for you. It will support you in difficult times and in good times, especially, right? And in closing, here's what I'd like to give you, as you can see here in the bottom. Spend the next 24 hours determining what has to occur in order for you to achieve a breakthrough. So within the next 24 hours, think about this. Think about what I shared here today. Think about what's happening and some of the things that you're seeing, that you're hearing, you be coming from any of the leaders that are sharing in this group. And think about what you need to do to have a breakthrough. Because some of you have the potential to be crown diamonds with this company. But it rests into your shoulder, and it is your decision. And your voice might be so important, but it's never heard because you made a decision to step back. Your voice matters. I truly believe that you are being born. You have been born. You're being put into this, trying to find the right words to express this. You have been giving life into this beautiful, wonderful world. Don't get distracted by what happens around you and by some leadership, some leaders around the world that are making decisions that are not always in the best interest of everyone. Every single person on this planet is born for a purpose. And your voice is important. And your voice could be the voice that can change the world. And I truly mean that. Don't stay silent. We need you. And I truly, truly believe that this kind of industry, this kind of business is the kind of business that will actually rise people that can actually make a difference in the world. We need you. Absolutely need you. Your voice matters and you are important. I hope that the information I share with you on day 53 has given you some help or at least some kind of purpose to be able to work with wherever state you may be right now. And I'm absolutely honored that you took the time to join me here today. And if there's anything that we can do, please do let us know. You can message us into this group. You can post your comments. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know how you're doing so we can be in a better position to help you. So folks listening, have yourself a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. And I want to thank you for joining me. Bye for now.